Gilmore Girls, and what was the real reason behind Lane Kim's trip to Korea? Was there something going on with Keiko? Was there a reason that she couldn't be in the next episode? Quick recap. Season 2, Episode 2. Lane's parents buy her an incredibly large suitcase for her trip to Korea. Now, she sees the suitcase and thinks that she is being shipped off forever, when in fact, one episode after the next episode, she returns. In order to answer this question, we're going to do a little research. First, let's go to IMDb to see what we can figure out. The first thing that you will notice is that Keiko is listed as being in 154 episodes of Gilmore Girls, which is very weird because we know for a fact she is not in the next episode. Did you ever notice that Lane Kim was not in every single episode? If so, which ones? But why would IMDb do that? Now, the reason I think they did it is because in the title sequence of Gilmore Girls, she's credited with being in that episode even though she isn't. Next, we're going to look at the air dates. Now, remember, the beginning of every season usually took place just after 4th of July because they didn't want to pay for the holiday. Hammers and Veils aired on October 9th, and again, we were probably shooting it in the month of July. And the road trip to Harvard, which is the next episode that she is in, airs October 23rd. And again, by this point in time, we are probably in August. Around that same time, Keiko was working on a show called The Nightmare Room, and she did 2 episodes. Season 1, Episode 6, and Episode 7. And the air dates of both of these episodes are similar to the time period where she had time off. But this doesn't really tell us when they filmed those episodes. So, I sent Keiko a message to see if there was a time where she remembers taking off to do another project during the time that we were filming, and this is what she had to say. I don't think so. Not during filming. Okay. Well, that's what I thought. Do you know how many episodes you would usually do each season? Or is it contract? My contract was 10 or 13 episodes. I think the season was something like 22 episodes a year. I don't remember. Now, that show that Keiko did in 2001, more than likely she did it during hiatus. We usually have about a 2 to 2.5 month hiatus between seasons, which is plenty of time for someone to do another project. Because Keiko was part of the main cast and a reoccurring character on the show, the schedule for Gilmore Girls would take precedence over anything else. She would have had to get clearance from Warner Brothers in order to do another project at that time. But even if she had picked up a gig in the middle of the season, that's not why they wrote that part. The reason they wrote Korea into the script was Helen Pye, who just so happens to be Amy Sherman Palladino's best friend and the inspiration for the character of Lane Kim. And also, that suitcase was just damn funny.